go. I check the line. Who's next?
Fonzie live. Fonzie on YouTube. Fair enough. Good Lord. Could you imagine getting pulled over and well, never mind. I won't go there. How the hell are you? To start the show, that was Pop Evil. And before I even get into it, I just have to give kudos to this band who I saw open for the Glorious Sons. It was JJ Wild, JJ Wild, Pop Evil, the Glorious Sons. And holy shit, talk about a trio of badass performers. JJ Wild, sexy as hell. I mean, there's no questioning that. And an amazing singer and performer. She absolutely kills it. Pop Evil comes out. I didn't have a goddamn clue who these guys were. I'm like, JJ Wild, the Glorious, Pop Evil. What? What am I getting? And then these 4 or 5 dudes came out on stage and absolutely blew my mind. Pop Evil. They are the real deal. And I've been listening to them ever since. I think it's been like a month now since I saw the Glorious Sons in Brantford at the Call Home Festival. Good Lord, this band came out on stage, and I'm not one for surprises in the music world. And the only band who has absolutely gobsmacked me every time, who does this to me and opens up my heart and my musical soul to these new bands, is the Glorious Sons. We're the Boston Levi. You got Brother Elsie. You've got who? Well, the Pharaoh Minx have opened for him, but I already knew those guys. So many other great bands that have opened for the Glorious Sons that have come into my life in the most unexpected way and have absolutely blown my mind. And I almost have to put them at the top of the list, even though, God, I love Brother Elsie. Boston Levi is just unbelievable, but Pop Evil, holy shit. And then I go and search them on YouTube and stuff. I'd never heard of them. I thought they were like this new band out of the States and stuff. Lead singer is from Kingston. He's Canadian. He's got a little Canadian roots in the band, but these motherfuckers got 40, 50, 60 million hits on some of their videos and stuff. And I'm like, where have I been for Pop Evil? Have you heard of them? I haven't, but now I have, and I haven't stopped listening. They are my go-to every single morning at 6 a.m. in the gym, crushing Pop Evil and crushing weights and cardio like it's my job. Well, it kind of is, but without the pay. For now, we'll see how it goes. How the hell are you? It's Bonzi Live at Tripping with Bonzi on YouTube, Facebook, not Twitter anymore. Toodaloo, Elon Musk. I am not going to pay you $120 a month for your fancy little blue check mark, and it's the only way that I would get to stream this show on Twitter. Well, guess what? Elon, double gun salutes to you, bro. Good luck with the rockets. Good luck with the cars. I love everything you're doing, but you got enough money. Go fuck yourself. You are not getting $120 a month from Bonzarelli anymore. Tried it. Wasn't thrilled with the results. So we'll stick with YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. How do you do? Episode 331. Make sure you go subscribe on all the social medias. You know how it is. Tonight, listen, I'm really excited because it sort of rolls right into what I was just saying. I get to go to these events where I fall in love with bands. I go see them. I follow them. And I went to see Lake Porter 2 weeks ago, maybe. Corktown, Hamilton. legendary concert venue. Love the place to pieces. Sang there when I was in a high school rock and roll band. Yes, I did. It's one of my claims to fame on the minor scale ever. But listen, it's a wonderful place. And I got to see another, well, not so much a band. She does have a band, but she was solo. And Bernadette Connors blew my fucking mind. And not just mine, folks. Everybody that was in there that didn't know of Bernadette or had heard of her before were sitting there like this. Like, holy fuck. Who's this? Where did she come? That voice. The guitar playing at this. She's standing by. We're going to get to her in a few minutes. Folks, she's going to play us a couple tunes. So fuck the Netflix. Fuck everything else tonight. Your lady can wait for some special loving, okay? You got to watch this interview with Bernadette because I'm going to talk to her about music and life and everything else. But she's going to play us a couple songs. And I know it's going to blow your mind. So don't go anywhere, all right? Super. Plus, you also, speaking of things you cannot miss, this female cop in the United States of America was rather upset on her shift this one day in particular. Why? I'm glad you asked. Because, well, she didn't get some of this. She didn't get nookie the night before. So she made it. And this is how, listen, I hate to speak ill of cops because I have a lot of friends who are wonderful, wonderful cops. And there's so many wonderful cops out there. This girl, I'm not saying she's not even a bad cop. But she's definitely not wonderful because, well, she was stupid enough to go on Facebook and rant and rave about how she was so proud that she gave so many tickets out today, or everybody's getting a ticket today, especially guys. Because why? Because she's fucking horny. And no guy gave her the D the night before. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Wait till you see that story coming up. It's a beauty. And I mean, listen, she's not ugly. Like she's a female. Okay, like I don't want to get into I'm gonna dabble into this like tiptoe, but we'll save it for later. Guys cannot simply go out to a bar, to a bowling alley, to a concert, to anywhere that female individuals gather, if you will, for a male to be able to go and pick a female. We got to put in the work. You gotta like razz them and dazz them. And sometimes you get lucky. You might be like, let's go. 99.9% of the times, that ain't happening. It's just the way it goes. But if you're a female and you're looking for some, you got that urge. It must be, and this is the only time I could ever think back on all my times of thinking how lucky I am to be a guy for so many reasons. And one of the benefits of being a girl, though, on that pros and cons list would be the fact that a female, when horny, instead of giving the old two-finger cul-de-sac, the old dildo, the old, I don't care, vegetables, cucumbers, carrots, I don't care. Whatever you females are up to, you can literally, instead of doing that self-pleasure thing, which is a wonderful thing, and so many more options for females too. Guys have to sit here literally with their meat in their hands. You know, maybe you get creative. And I'm not saying I do any of this, but I'm just saying like 98% of guys, I would say, are jerking off with just their hand and some porn on their phone. Just like this, right? Females, on the other hand, are like, probably not even phone in hand because they don't need it. Or they got it on the big screen because they're way more smarter and sophisticated than us. And they're sitting here, legs spread, two-finger cul-de-sac, maybe a dildo, maybe a toy. They got like 18 fucking million toys for girls and stuff, but they really have nothing for guys. Well, like that wet mouth thing. But does that really count? I'm not sure. But I don't know too many guys that are going on Amazon or whatever sex site and buying the old gobbledygoo mouth where like I've never had, thank God, I've never had to succumb to this, but I've never bought one of them. Well, I guess it would come as a dry mouth, but then you make it wet. I don't know, like what do you put it on the tap first? You put the baby oil in there? Like I don't know how this works. Maybe some of you fellas watching can let me know. But I do know this. It is way easier for a woman to go out and get some than it is a guy. So why this female cop would be on such in such dire straits and in such a foul mood? Well, why don't you just toodaloo your ass down to the bar and pick out an array of drunk, horny men that are looking for a wonderful woman like you? We'll get into it in a minute. All right. Super. Dummies of the week as well. Don't you dare miss that. We got some beauty videos coming up and stuff. Speaking of coming up, guest Kojak the band, amazing band out of the Kingston area. Ryan Whitney, drummer for the Pharaoh Minx, is going to be joining us soon. And listen, I did talk to JJ Wild. She said, hit her up. I hit her up. I have her back. Listen, it's the same. I feel like Charlie Brown and JJ Wild is Lucy with the football. You know what I mean? It's like, oh yeah, every time I see her, like, oh yes, JJ, great show. You know, it's so great to see you again. Yeah, hey, I'd love to have you on. So, oh yeah, Bonte, I'd love to come on the show. And then boom, every time I text her, hey, you want to come on the show? And it's like Charlie Brown's running up for the football. He goes to kick it, and there goes JJ Wild. Whoop, pulls the football right away from Bonzi. We'll get her one day. Okay, kids, you stand by. It's a short time on this planet, and sometimes you got to be persistent to get what you want. The Wild High, almost another great band, not almost another great band. They'll be coming on the show soon too. All right, right before I get to my guest here, I got to do the sponsor real quick. You know them, you love them. That's Shakespeare's Fine Dining in the Hamilton, Ontario downtown region, folks. This place is the bomb. You have to go there to get the most amazing steak, seafood, vegetables, soup, salad. The wine list is extraordinaire, and so is the dessert list. Now, listen, you might think you're all this and you're all that. You want to impress your girlfriend, or your girlfriend wants to impress a boyfriend or husband, wife, whatever is your game. Please do not march in there all loud and proud in your fancy duds, and you got your girl and you think you're going to get her all appetizer, soup, salad, dessert, everything, and then you're going to get some nookie, maybe a blowy. Not if you don't make a reservation, okay? 905-528-0689 or shakespeares.ca. You already did the number, dummy. Shakespeares.ca. Get yourself a reservation so you and your fine lady, or lady and fine man, can go, or man with lady, you know what I'm saying? Can go have a wonderful evening at Shakespeare's Fine Dining. They will take the utmost best care of you. 55 years in the business. You know them, you love them. Go get some. You know what I'm saying? Let's get on to Facebook here on my phone, which never works with my glass. I just have no idea why that happens. And it's really annoying. But here we go. Without further ado, listen, I have a wonderful guest, and she's been standing by. I can't wait to chat with her. I was blown away by her performance at the Corktown. I instantly fell in love with her music and her just whole persona. She's the real deal, and she's a lot of fun, and she just reeks confidence and good times. And she's a beautiful, amazing musician to boot. Please welcome to the show, Bernadette Connors. Bernadette,
Amen. Thank you.
Look at you. Just a bundle of joy you are. What's it like being in the music scene at this sort of stage of your life? I know it's not your full-time job, is it? Right?
Well, I do voice coaching and then performing in my career. Yeah.
So it's pretty much all music oriented and playing and writing songs. So let's rewind for a bit and go back to your time and childhood in Georgina, your earliest musical memories. Especially growing up, you had music is in your family. You guys had a music store.
Yeah.
So do you remember sort of your first memories of the music store, a certain song, a band, an instrument? Take us back to that.
Yeah. I mean, my family, my three older brothers and my mom and dad and I, we lived above the music store, and then it was kind of under the house. So it was, I could go downstairs and I could play any instrument. That was such a big part of being able to kind of discover music, and be curious with it and find my own vocabulary with it and my own reason for, wanting to sing or play piano. My brothers and I, we all gravitated towards different instruments. and we all do music our own way. Like, we were definitely encouraged to be ourselves in music, and not only that, but like almost discover part of who we are through music.
Sure, and that's so important too because music is important in so many ways. It can make you happy. It can flood you back with terrible or sad memories. You know, we
Mm.
always relate songs and music to something. So that's pretty cool how like so take us back to what was the first instrument you picked up in that music store and sort of taught yourself or was learned?
Mm. Yeah, I mean, I was always singing and recording my voice. I had one of those little Fisher Price recorders that
Yes.
you could sing in. And
Yes.
I remember being like 3 years old, whatever, singing into it, asking my mom for a cookie, and that was my song. And my mom would sing back and co write with me, basically, and say, "No, you can have a banana."
Yeah. Were your parents super musically, like they knew all these instruments and stuff? I guess to own a music store, you would have to be somewhat gifted in that aspect. Were both your parents gifted in that sense?
Yeah, both my parents definitely played music, and were heavily involved in the church, through the church choir. My mom and dad actually, like the way my dad kind of like was like, "Hey, come hang out," was like, "Want to join the choir I'm running?" When he was like 16,
Yeah.
so innocent. So that's kind of like, one of the ways my parents hung out and like started seeing each other was my dad running the choir and my mom going and singing in it. So yeah, that's the origin story of that. And then now, my parents still do music at the church, in Georgina.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So you leave Georgina, I think you moved to like the Burlington Oakville area at first, didn't you?
I moved right downtown Hamilton. So I
Yeah.
moved
Okay.
into, like right near, Jackson Square there.
Nothing like
So
throwing yourselves to the wolves.
yeah, we did. I was not, I felt like Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz a little bit. Like, I'm not in Georgina anymore.
Yeah, you're damn right. What a difference from sort of beautiful, quiet peacefulness to downtown Hamilton, which is a pretty
Oh,
special place in and of itself.
it's absolutely special. It does require a different common knowledge, I'll say, than what
Yeah.
is required of you when you live in a small town, So, yeah, definitely a few do's and don'ts, right? Don't leave any equipment in your car, right? I did
Yeah.
that and lost a lot of gear,
Oh, no way.
which was, yeah, it was, it was like if I wanted to believe in the universe in a way that was like, it was a sign that I shouldn't have moved here, you know what I mean? Like, oh, when it's working against you or whatever. If I wanted to take those signs literally, I would have definitely moved back to Georgina, because it was like within, you know, my husband now and I, we moved November 2021 to downtown Hamilton. By June 2022, my car died. My 2007 Hyundai Santa Fe was declared unsafe to drive, and no point fixing it. And I had over $3,000 worth of gear stolen out of my car in the same month, and it's all stuff I use to
Yeah.
work, right?
Yeah.
And and there was something else. Oh, we got locked down again, right? Because of the pandemic.
Of
So
course,
I
that
had
beautiful
come to
time.
this city to like play shows and make a living, and and we got locked down again, partway through December, right?
Jeez.
So yeah,
Welcome to Hamilton.
I know.
What a welcoming. You move here during COVID, all this stuff happens to you, and yet you still stayed. And all jokes aside and stuff about how crazy Hamilton is and the crazy people here and stuff, it really does have a wonderful music scene though, doesn't it?
It
Bernadette?
really does. It really does. And I think that's part of, people who have known me for a long time, they can see that I'm getting my legs as an artist here. They
Yeah,
can see that I'm discovering myself as a person here. And you do that when you're in, diverse communities. You do that when there's so many different types of people. And I just mean personality types, walks of life, right? Perspectives. So talk about an awakening, right? Like you really learn to be aware of who you are and what you bring into the room when you discover there are so many types.
Yeah, there really are, and that's what's wonderful about music in and of itself is like there's so many types, and it brings out so many different personalities and characteristics in people. So like for you, singing was your first and foremost love. You come to Hamilton, like for singing, was it something that came naturally to you? Did you
Hmm.
know young that you could really sing? And I mean, listen, let's be honest. We're gonna get to some of your music here in a minute, but and I was mentioning earlier how I saw you live, and you were it was fucking mind numbing to be honest with you. Sorry for it to be so brash, but you have this persona on stage and this presence and this voice that you can't help but shut the fuck up in a small bar where and just look and pay attention to what you're doing and singing, because it's like, wow. Does that come with a lot of work, or did you have private coaching, or where are we at?
Oh, great. Well, first off, thank you.
Yeah.
Like, because I mean, it's definitely takes time and endurance and a myriad of practices and disciplines, I would say, for sure, and including self-awareness work. Like I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing and stepping on stages the way I do without some sense of self, and I say that's really important.
Yeah.
um, Growing up in a music store, I had access to all kinds of different music instructors. So I could go downstairs and hang with a guitar teacher for a bit, hang with a voice teacher for a bit. So I learned a lot that way. And I learned now in my later life that like that's kind of how I learn. Maybe it's by design or maybe whatever, but like now I love learning with a little bit of input from people, and I think that's what's also put me in the position I'm in my career, where I have aligned myself with people who are always better than me. Right? That's the goal, right? Like
Yeah.
so, the band I have with me this weekend in Collingwood, I'm like I have to keep up. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Same with like I have a video dropping this week of a live show. You would have loved to be at this show back in April. We should have met earlier.
Yes.
Because I did this show at Mills Hardware with a full band. And we
Love that place.
recorded and yeah, and we recorded and filmed the whole thing. And like I don't know, there's something special about that. So to have just like so many good things coming out right now is a big part of that. I lost my train of thought because I got excited about picturing you at Mills Hardware. I think you would have loved it.
That is a beautiful, wonderful venue, and I've got to see about 2 or 3 shows there now, and I look forward to every performance there, because it is this tiny, small, magical little space where amazing music happens and really cool things happen there every time
Mm,
I've been there,
mm,
right?
yes. Did I answer your question?
Yeah, I think you
Okay.
did, for sure, for sure.
Yeah.
Um, so to follow up to that with the singing and the well, I was wondering, did you ever have coaching? Did we answer that?
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. So I've had a multitude of teachers along the way, and a few coaches I still call up now, like Coach
Yeah.
Darcy D. Like I work with these coaches now to get my voice even to a stronger place. There's always more to learn.
So walk me through this. Like when I saw you perform live at the Corktown, and I mean it was just you solo, no band, but you still belted out these tunes at the utmost amazing level, and notes I could never ever even imagine hitting, and I haven't seen too many others hit, but you're up there all alone and you are belting out and hitting notes. Like the confidence, where did, like, how do you get that kind of confidence to walk
Oh,
out there and know I'm gonna hit this motherfucking note and I'm gonna blow every motherfucker away in this bar, which you
mm.
did, like, hands down.
Well, first I have to say like community. I don't want to outsource it, but like that night, you heard me shout at the BCC and make the
Yeah.
joke, "Oh, it's the Bernadette
Burlington
Connors
Curling
Collective."
Club. Yes,
But
that was a
yeah,
funny joke,
that
by the
was
way.
thank you. That community, like my husband is the curler in our family, And that community, I've gotten to know those people, they've gotten to know me. There's a lot of support there. So I felt comfortable taking a risk that night, more comfortable knowing that I had 25, 30 people
Yeah.
show up just to support me no matter what. And I know these people will support me no matter what because they've seen me on St. Patrick's Day at the curling club.
Enough said.
Yeah, period.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's part of the confidence I would say is having community, having people show up. Like when I first moved to Hamilton, I remember having to win over rooms, and I felt like I really had to fight for it. And I feel like my playing suffered because I was putting so much pressure on myself to win over a room, right?
Okay.
And whereas if you go in and you go in thinking I'm good enough, the people who will like me, and you find out that half of the Burlington Curling Club is coming to your show and they love you no matter what. I mean, that's a recipe for the show you got the other night, for sure.
Absolutely. And it sort of resorts back to what you said earlier. It's where when you surround yourself with almost better people than you, in a sense of when you're trying to accomplish something, but then you also have these fans who love and support you and are
Mhm.
friends, and they're going to back you no matter what. That's that extra confidence and stuff for you to go out and just give it that little extra, isn't it?
Oh, it was. It definitely was. And I think that's why artists attributes, well, I mean, for so many reasons, artists will continue to thank God or a higher power and their fans.
Yeah.
You know, when they're at those award ceremonies, and I think that's because we couldn't do it without people's support and without something bigger than us, giving us strength,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
you know.
No, and I'm fully there with you. Like we're not a religious show and we don't get into religion, politics, or COVID, but I have always talked about the fact that there is a higher power, and you and I will use the term God, but God to so many people could mean so many different terminologies.
Oh,
So you
absolutely.
know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I'm that guy that definitely prays every day to God, but I always add, and the universe, because the
Yeah.
universe is listening 100%,
Mhm.
and sort of guides our life and how it rolls. So, yeah, it's so
Yeah.
cool how you were able to just step up that night, and man, oh man, you knocked it out of the park,
Thank
Bernadette.
you.
You really did.
Well, I think it goes back to that understanding that I interact with the energy in the room. Isn't that what interacting with the universe is?
Yeah,
Right? You're just interacting with energy. And so that's what I'm doing at a show. It's it's just molecular.
yeah,
No, but it's about understanding that the vibrational impact that I put out into that room, that's going to affect people. So I feel responsible for that, you know?
yeah. For sure, for sure. And is there an extra added pressure being the opening band of 3 performers that night? Like, do you feel this sort of sense of, "I gotta get things rolling, and I'm gonna kick it off, and I'm gonna blow people away," sort of deal?
Yeah, like I wish I had your voice in my head for the I'm gonna blow people away part because I don't usually think that. It's usually like, is this good enough?
Yeah,
But but that's the inner critic that also I use to my advantage sometimes, right? And I say like if I am feeling a little insecure, then like what is that telling me and how can I channel that into my talent?
yeah, for sure. You got to
Yeah.
work with some pretty amazing people, including,
Oh, stop. Yeah.
John Angus MacDonald. I mean,
Yeah.
love that guy, The Trues, such an amazing band. How was it collaborating with him, and how has that helped you then and for moving forward in your musical career?
Great question. I mean, then it was all about working with people I admire and wanted to learn from, right? Just like I learned at my family's music store, right? I would go around, ask questions, be curious. So John Angus and I'll keep it quick, but we recorded Monarch in June of 2020, and that was basically 2 weeks, 10 songs, trying to manage COVID protocols. Um, multiple co-writers, including Stu Weinberg, Chris Kirby, and John Angus's brother Colin McDonald.
Yes.
Like we really put a lot into making a great body of work, and because none of us were touring, we didn't have festivals, right? It was like everything was still pretty on the DL in the beginning of June 2020. No one was working, everyone was hungry to be creative.
Yeah.
I call that record my pandemic miracle for a reason, because it got so much talent contributing to it.
Yeah.
Even I'll tell you this, even at one point I had Dave McMillan tracking bass from Big Wreck,
Wow.
John Angus sitting in front of me, and 6 feet, we were all 6 feet apart, and 6 feet away from me was Brett from the Glorious Sons.
Come on.
Just, I'm not even lying, just popping by to say hi to JA and like check out what he's working on. And Brett made a suggestion that we kept.
No way.
Yeah, and like I hear Brett's voice singing the chorus of Blame Me almost every time I sing that song, because he actually tweaked it and like sang an idea, and we kept it.
How cool is that guy? Like Brett,
Yeah, so cool.
honestly, and he reeks of coolness, but he doesn't come off as this pompous big shot, rock and
Mm,
roll lead singer star. I'm a huge Glorious Sons fan. I love Brett to death, and I had the pleasure of interviewing him. So it must have been cool to have him sort of around in your setting and give you advice.
yeah.
And it's so amazing they get to do so much great work with the Trues, like
Mm,
helping each other out. So the music
yeah.
industry is pretty cool that way, isn't it?
Yeah, they say it's like it's who you know, and like I would say too, it's like who do you want to know? And what I mean by that is like I want to know the people that I'm going to feel creative with.
Yeah.
I want to know the people that are going to write a song with me in one day. And that's what
Right.
John Angus and I did with White Magnolia. We took like 3-4 hours, and it came through us, you
Amazing.
know? And so, yeah, I want to, though, that's what kind of like who I know, what the network, whatever you want to call that is.
Yeah,
That's what I want, you know?
for sure.
Yeah.
I'd love to talk to you more about your songwriting process, but you have that beautiful guitar in your hand, and I know people are dying to hear you sing. Can you play us a song?
Okay. Yeah, I can definitely play us a song.
Amazing. What do we got?
Okay. I'm going to hit, whew, I know you've been talking about my big voice so much.
Yes,
I
let's
will
hear it.
say, and I mean this humbly, so humbly to your listeners, but I think um, this is a fraction of what it'll feel like if I sing for you in a room. I'm just being honest about technology. That's
For
all I'm
sure.
saying.
All
It's not
right.
me being arrogant, but you know how being in a room feels, being at a concert feels.
That's why
So
we go. It's a special feeling.
why we go, why we
Yeah.
go. So this song's called "Make It Through." Flying up the handle again, yeah. Unchecked baggage in your hand. You're not saying nothing new. You're just having out your blues, and I can't say that I don't understand it. Sometimes singing to the choir, sometimes you fight fire with fire. Tightrope walking on a live wire. It's getting old, you're getting tired. Who is it standing in your way? Yeah. Looking back at you, saying all the things you said. These are hard times, it's true, but there's one thing you can do, yeah. Get out of your own way and make it through, yeah. Yeah. Make it through, yeah. You're far for anything, and when you land, yeah, you get you back up without a leg to stand. Please remember that we used to know right. It ain't worth another fight. Get too high, you just might fall on your sword and wonder why. Who is it standing in your way? Yeah. Looking back at you, saying other things you say. These are hard times, it's true, but there's one thing you can do, yeah. Get out of your own way, yeah, and make it through. You're gonna have to wonder why you're crying, baby blue. You're gonna have to look inside yourself to know the truth. You've got a lot to learn, so open up a book or two. Ooh. 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 Ooh, yeah. Who is it standing in your way? Yeah. Looking back at you, saying other things you say. These are hard times, it's true, but there's one thing you can do, yeah. Get out of your own way, yeah, and make it through, yeah. Oh, and make it through, yeah, yeah, and make it through, yeah.
Love it. Bernadette Connors, everybody. I keep wanting to call you Collins for some reason, and I want to smack myself every time. I have Collins in my head. It's Bernadette Connors. That was amazing.
Thank you.
I got to ask you about the songwriting process for you. Is it something that comes to you in spurts, or do you sort of take yourself away and have a glass of wine and maybe smoke some ganja and have a quiet time, and that's how songs come to you? How does it work for you?
You know what? They come at the most inconvenient times.
Of course they do. Right.
Yeah, I said to someone the other day, you got to honor the song idea, because when it comes, it comes in, and it comes in
Yeah.
on its own timeline, and it has nothing to do with what you've conjured, smoked, or drank that day. I mean,
Yeah.
it can, you can relax or whatever, but like, I think it has everything to do with the life you're living, the experiences, and your
100%.
willingness to look at them.
Yeah. And be open to it, right? So are you that person that's got your phone on alert all the time? Like, and you does it like what comes first? A melody, lyrics, like, or is it always sort of mixed up for you?
Yeah, I'm that person who's like, I need your phone because I don't know where mine is.
Yeah.
I have a lot of like voicemails from my husband's phone to my phone for
Yeah.
sure. Sometimes it's a lyric though. Like that's like I have one that was a lyric and it just came through me, and I actually didn't play it that night at the Corktown. Just because we looked at the time and each band had to cut a song from their
Yeah.
set, right? So
Yeah.
and I feel like these lyrics just came through me, and I was sitting under a tree in a park planning to just journal, So like, if someone were to say, "Hey, how do I get the juices flowing on some lyrics?" I would say start by journaling, right? Or like just verbal diarrheaing,
Yeah.
or like making some sounds with your voice and recording it and listening back and deciding what you like.
Do you find yourself going back in time in your journal to find sort of things or pieces you wrote down and turn that into a song?
Yeah, that's a great question. In the moment, I have a system, and by that I mean in the moment I make up a new thing, like an arrow or a star or whatever. And I usually, if I write something that's really good, I'll like mark the page. I can almost promise you, I don't think I've ever intentionally grabbed my journal and looked back for a song idea.
Really?
But when I journal, I mark that something's a good song idea. I
Right.
probably have a crap load.
Yeah. Interesting. Well, maybe now we might have come up with a hit song. You'll have to go back and find it.
Yeah. Yeah. My
Right?
homework after today is to write those songs I have little stars
There
beside.
you go. Connecting with an audience. So,
Mm,
so for the Corktown show, and I'll use it again as an example because it is the only one I've seen and it won't
yeah.
be the last. But does a lot of work go into the thought process of your set list and how you're
Mhm.
going to arrange the songs and what you're going to play?
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely give it thought, like for the Corktown, I was like, okay, I'm the only not band, so I don't want my set to be all slow,
Right.
right? I want it to feel and have a flow, and also it needed to be a certain length, right? So I was like, okay, what songs go where? And for the show, I another thing I considered when I was writing my set was like whether or not the show was a cover show only, or if I should play only originals, or like that's another factor. So because I'm stubborn and they were both original bands, I said to myself, I'm going to do an all original set.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I'm glad you did.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. I even while I was up there, I debated on throwing in Landslide by Fleetwood Mac, which is a song I love to play. Don't get
Yeah.
me wrong. But I selfishly love playing my own music, so I
Hey,
took it.
I'm glad you did, and there's nothing wrong with that because why not put yourself out there? You have this amazing talent. You can sing and play. You make it seem so simple, which drives me insane because I've had a guitar for about 20 years. Only in the last year and a bit have I really sort of got into it where it's stuck and I can play, but I would never play in front of anybody. But you make it look so simple, and then this voice comes out of this you on this stage, and it's just like, well, holy shit. So
Thank you.
with a voice like that, Bernadette, do you take special care of it? Do you not smoke? Do you drink lemon honey tea only? Like what? Do you have
Great
any
question.
special things?
Well, one thing I'll say, and this is for, I would say, I was running a vocal workshop a while ago, and someone was like, "Do you smoke?" Like, this singer smokes and their voice is perfect, but then this singer smokes and their voice is not perfect. And to their question, I was like, well, I was reflecting. I wish I answered it differently because, like, I think worse than smoking or not smoking, the shame in your body around what you're doing is is more of a toll on your voice.
Okay.
Arguably.
Huh.
So why I say that is I try not to do things that are going to take away from my vocal cords doing their job, right? So that means no, typically I don't smoke. Typically I don't drink anymore actually right now. Like I
Good for
say
you.
anymore right now. Like I've been off it for a couple months and I don't miss it, you know? Um
Yeah.
yeah. So, but what I will say is I do also use things that help support my voice. So I use a nebulizer, which is a cooling saline mist. I
Okay.
use a Navage nasal suction cleaning thing before every show. Um, and what that does is it clears out your vocal cords and makes sure there's nothing interfering with their connection. And then I also use this product called a singing straw to warm up my voice.
No way.
So I do a lot of, and then plus I have my coach who, will help me work on things like I worked with him to work on singing White Magnolia because I didn't write it by myself and it wasn't just an easy, flowy song. It spanned my entire vocal range, right? Because John
Yeah.
Angus co wrote it with me. So it was as low as I could go and as high as I could go, right?
Wow.
Yeah. So, so those are all the special things I do before. And then I don't eat probably like within 3 hours of a show.
Really, eh? Is
Yeah.
that important? Like I'm totally green to that. Is that a big thing?
Yeah, so like if your body's digesting food,
It's
that's
busy.
where it's
Yeah.
busy. It's busy, exactly. Whereas like for the most part, I drink lots of water, and I might do a coffee, and people say don't do coffee because it dries you out, and increases your heart rate. But like if I want one, I'll have one.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. Your vocal workshops at Grand Avenue Studios, it must be pretty cool and a great feeling to help kids, I would imagine, is your biggest sort of genre of people, kid like things you're teaching.
Yeah, it's actually people of all skills.
Okay.
Like I literally hopped into a recording session the other day with an artist in Hamilton who was recording a new single, and like coached their voice in the studio. So I'll go as far as hopping in the studio with someone and helping them with their art and connect with it and get the delivery they want on it. And yes, I work with kids as young as 9 right now.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I've worked with kids as young as 3 or 4 but years old, but right
Jeez.
now my youngest client is 9 and my oldest client is 70.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, way.
Wow, we still trying to learn at 70. That's pretty special in itself.
That's a great observation. I This person is so vibrant and so um like a beacon in the world of light. She's vibrant and she's beautiful and energetic and so with it, like she's just a real inspiration as a woman in business. I'll say
That's cool.
that. And
Yeah.
yeah, to have her as a friend and a client is pretty amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Georgina, small town, sort of growing up and all that, you got that sort of country, cottagey roots vibe. And then you come to Hamilton, a whole different vibe in and of itself, which we mentioned. Has that influenced your music or music writing in the transition phase from one to
Mm.
the other?
Absolutely, because the experience of moving here has informed me as an artist,
Yeah.
for sure. And the acceptance I felt here in Hamilton, like and not to say that I didn't have to work hard to play shows and get my name out there and tell people who I am. I definitely have had to fight for that and do that. Um, but now I feel like, okay, people have accepted me as a local artist, and I'm getting invited to things like Boots in the Creek, in Stony Creek,
Nice.
next weekend, right? And yeah, it's pretty cool to be in the scene.
That's awesome. Um, what can we expect coming up this summer and the following year? Do we have new music we're working on,
Hmm.
tours, dates? What do we got?
I know it's. I'll be honest, it's a little like scary unknown right now in the sense of how open things are. But I do have some cool collaborations coming down the pipe. So you'll want to stay tuned for that. And
Nice.
then shows that have come in. And yeah, dropping this week, we've got the live recording of White Magnolia live at Mills Hardware.
Nice.
So that's dropping on YouTube tomorrow or the next day.
Amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
If you could collaborate with any artist, living or dead, who would it be?
Stop. Well, I already did the trues, so
There you
check.
go.
It's
Yeah,
funny when you
right.
hit a goal, it's so hard to think, okay, what's the next goal, right?
Yeah, you sort of get trapped in this lull of when you set goals and you hit them, and then it's sort of like you're lost in this sort of transition period of, well, I haven't set new goals yet because I'm still celebrating the goals I just hit, right? And so
100%. Yeah.
yeah,
So I just collaborated with my favorite artist of all time, right? Like,
yeah, right.
but no, if I were to like someone who the name that popped in my head immediately, of someone who I would love to write with, I'll say that would be Alanis Morissette.
Yeah, why
Yeah,
not,
I'd love
right?
to write with her and like just sit with her. Even I'd
Yeah,
like to sit with her.
yeah, for sure. Just
Yeah,
pick her brain a bit.
yeah. Just one
Let's do
younger
let
sister to the other.
Yeah,
Because she's
right?
a younger sister. She has older brothers. So
There
we'll
you go.
probably start there.
Incredible musician, and I'm so glad I grew up in the era where she was like the most popular, and it was like I was the perfect age to sort of mold with her music in it. And she was definitely an integral part of my life growing up in her music and
Mm,
stuff back then. She was badass, you know.
absolutely.
All right,
Absolutely.
ready? Rapid fire.
Okay.
Dream venue anywhere in the world.
Massey Hall.
There you go. First album you ever bought with your own money.
Yeah! That's a good one. Rapid Fire first album. It was probably the one that's coming to mind. It was probably around here was Tuesday's Child, Amanda Marshall.
Okay. Wonderful artist too. Holy. What's one food you absolutely refuse to eat?
I don't have an immediate answer for that. I
Really?
know.
Wow. Oh man, I'd have like 10 off the top of my head.
No,
Well,
like I
good
was
for
like,
you.
yeah, I don't have an immediate answer for that. And I don't,
Damn. Wow, that's
yeah, like, I
interesting.
mean, you know, those when people are eating bugs and stuff on those challenge
Yeah,
shows,
yeah,
I don't want
fair
to eat
enough.
any of that.
So you don't want any chocolate covered ants or scorpions or anything like
I mean,
that?
chocolate covered ants might be good if they're in a buffet.
All right. And if it's anything chocolate, I have to say is it's got to be good. I don't care
Yeah,
what's
but
on
I
the
don't want to
inside.
eat like what they eat on those Survivor shows, whatever.
You don't want any bull nuts or nothing?
No thanks.
Okay, you can only sing one karaoke song for the rest of your life. What is it?
Oh, gross. I'm not gonna say what song just came to mind, but any karaoke song for the rest of your life? That's a great question.
Hard
Holy
one
crap.
tonight. Sorry.
I know I'm overthinking it, but I'm gonna say Paradise by the Dashboard Light because like that song is the first one that came to mind, and I have a lot
All
of fun
right.
with that at karaoke, and it's a
Okay, last
duet.
one. All right. Yeah, fair. Would you rather lose your voice for a week or have to sing every conversation for a day?
Lose my voice for a week.
It would kind of be nice, right?
I
If you
know.
think about it, like,
I would just take the rest.
yeah, yeah, I think the rest would be nice, especially as a singer and somebody like you who makes money from it. Well,
Yeah.
listen, Bernadette, this has been absolutely amazing. We've learned so much about you. We
Thank
covered
you.
so much ground. I can't thank you enough for coming on Tripping with Bonzi. You are a wonderful talent. You have an amazing voice, and I think you have a bright future ahead of you. You are an incredible musician.
Thank you so much, and thank you for having me on your show and for supporting live music. You know, live music needs more fans like you. You know that.
Yeah, absolutely. And
Yeah.
I just, I invite so many friends. I go to a lot of concerts. I have a problem. But it's a good problem to have, you know what I mean? And
Yep.
so I invite so many friends all the time, and they're like, no, no, you always go to so many concerts and stuff. They just don't fucking get it.
Yeah.
They just don't get it. It's so amazing for the soul. Like so many
Yeah.
people are like movie junkies, and I get it. People love movies. It takes them away from their life, and it allows them to escape from their whatever's going on, whether it's good, bad, ugly, whatever. You can pay 15, $20 to go see a movie. You can pay 15, 20, $25 to go see a live show. And it's the same feeling. And that feeling
Mm,
is awesomeness. It's joy. It's so many feelings inside that music and movies bring to our lives, right?
mm,
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
absolutely. Well,
Yeah.
listen, can you please play us a song but before we say goodbye? Will you play one more?
Okay. I'm gonna play the one that I didn't play at the.
Perfect.
It's not a long thing. It's just a moment, but it's a little reminder to everyone that you're not alone.
Damn right. Bernadette Connors, everybody, on
This
Tripping with
one's from the
Bonzi.
journal. Hold yourself and have a God. Hold yourself to cry. Hold yourself accountable. Hold yourself to the sky. Hold yourself when no one else can. You're not too much, you're just a mirror for them. Hold yourself high. Hold yourself when you're low. Hold yourself in the dark and to show.
You're a gem of a human being, Bernadette.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for coming on. It's Tripping with Bonzi. Bernadette Collins. Please, please, please go follow her on Instagram. It's at Bernadette Connors. Follow her on YouTube. All the streamer music like crazy. And for God's sakes, go out and see her play live because it is really special.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. Thank you.
You're a wonderful musician, and I look forward to having you back on one day.
Much appreciated. Looking forward to it. Take care.
Thanks, Bernadette. You too. Bye-bye. Have a great summer.
You too.
Bernadette Connors, everybody. Not Collins, Connors. She's wonderful. What a voice. What a talent. And I hope you guys enjoyed that as much as I did. Make sure you go see her for sure. Streamer. And follow her on Instagram. All right? Cool. What do we got? I gotta get to this thing before we're running late here. And listen, 5:40 comes pretty damn early these days because I had to flip my schedule. Because of that goddamn dog, which I guess we could jump right into that. I had to get up at, well, I was working out at 6 p.m. after work, and it was ruining my whole vacation and every single day. and it sucked. You know, you work all day, you come home, then you got an hour and a half to hour and 40 minutes of working out, plus your sauna, plus the shower. Then you got to eat, then you got to cook. And then it was fucking bedtime. But then I had voice work and auditions to film on top of that, like almost every night. So it was like, okay, between the dog fucking barking at 6:30 a.m. on the dot every single morning and me having absolutely no life with getting up at 7, going straight to work and then to the gym after. So I killed 2 birds with 1 stone. Now I get up at 5:40. I don't want to have to listen to the fucking dog bark because I ain't even here. And I also get up early, which sort of sucks. But now that I'm into sort of this rhythm and routine of it, there's no better feeling. Yeah, it still sucks when that alarm goes off at 5:40 and it's like teetering on, sort of dark, and it's just getting light. The sun's coming up, and you take your dog for a walk, but then it's on. Once you're out of that bed, it's on. And it feels amazing. And then you hit the gym and you're like, fuck, I don't want to be here. And you're like so tired and you're rubbing your eyes. But then the second you do your first set, boom, off to the races. You don't think about, how shitty it was to get up at 5:40. You don't think about how shitty it was to drag your ass to the gym and put on your gym clothes and your running shoes and drag your sorry ass down there. It's fucking discipline. And there's no better feeling at the end of an hour of weights and then a 35-minute cardio to go to that sauna and just go, fucking done. The hardest part of my day is done. Yeah, work sucks, climbing up and down a ladder and painting and stuff in the fucking blistering heat. Absolutely. Is it what I want to do every single day? No. I'd rather be on set filming and stuff. But sometimes painting pays more than filming, so I don't take background roles. I go take painting gigs instead. But listen, no complaints in my life. This bodybuilding is the hardest, easily. I've mentioned this every time, but it is the hardest thing I've ever taken on in my life. And I've done some pretty hard, crazy things. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not going to compare it how hard it was to quit drinking because they're 2 totally different beasts. But to stay motivated and stay away from pizza and cheeseburgers and ice cream and fucking chocolate bars, which everybody who's watching the show knows chocolate is my kryptonite. So is ice cream. So is pepperoni pizza, as a matter of fact, with jalapenos. But I'm doing it. And we're 6 weeks in. I struggled the first 2 weeks, as you know. Then I got onto the carbs. Then everything was going good, but then I struggled again. And here's why. I was drinking 4+ liters of water a day. And it was literally going in this hole and coming out my little pee-pee hole. And it sucked. Try, like, when you're working, especially with people, and you're not home in private, or you're not working alone on a job, and you got to, like, disappear every 15 minutes because you got to piss again, it's fucking embarrassing. So I was also not drinking the Gatorade Zeros anymore. And what was happening was I was getting like exhausted and tired again. It's because I had no electrolytes in my body. And I was like just depleting my body of everything. It was just washing right through me. So started with the salt in the water, sea salt in the water, which was great. Definitely helped me piss less. Such a wonderful conversation about my piss. But I'll be done in a second. But then game changer when I bought some electrolyte scoop stuff. I'll have to give them clicks, but I can't think of the fucking brand I bought. But god damn it, great flavor. Grape anything is the greatest flavor in the world. I think I mentioned this before, including vapes, by the way. But the grape electrolyte in the water, fucking game changer. It's been, I think, 2 full days, maybe 3, on the electrolytes in the water. Piss way less, more energy, feel just I'm at a point right now in my life and in this bodybuilding sort of regiment where I haven't felt better. Lifting heavier weights, we've been 6 weeks in. My coach is a fucking holy shit. She don't fuck around with the food, the weights. It changes every 2 weeks. Now there's 6 meals a day. Now the workouts have gotten more intense. The cardio went from 20 minutes to 35. Like, holy shit. I had no idea this whole entire world, what I was getting myself into when I signed up for this. But hey, here we are, 6 weeks in, feeling great, looking great, crushing the workouts, crushing the food. And yeah, I listen, October 20th. No, I guess, well, we were going to do the October 25th was my first show ever. But thank God, and the more I think about this, it just worked out amazing. So we were offered the opportunity to go compete in Chicago the week before my first ever show or competition in Hamilton. And I was like, sign me the fuck. It's free. Perfect. Cheap flight, $230 there, back. Thank you very much. My buddy lives in Chicago. I'll be staying with him. And it's just an amazing precursor to be able to have the opportunity to go and walk out on stage green as green gets in the bodybuilding sort of a competition world, if you will. So now I'm going to be able to sort of soak it all in, go out and embarrass myself on stage in front of Chicagoans, which I will know 0.0 of. Well, 0.1% because my buddy will be there. But other than that, I won't know anybody. So I don't give a fuck if I screw up, if I look stupid, but it's all about getting the concept, if you will, and doing the poses once and just having that sort of rhythm and understanding of how it's all going to go for competing in Hamilton in front of a shit ton of friends that are going to be coming to my second ever bodybuilding competition, but in my hometown of Hamilton, which is also a world's qualifier. Listen, no expectations for that whatsoever, but I keep it like there's this weird thing when you take on this bodybuilding sort of metamorphosis in your life. It's like you see gains. I see myself getting bigger, but then there's this thing called, and it's a weird, shitty thing, body dysmorphia. And it happens to so many people, especially bodybuilders. There's days where I'm in the gym and I'm pumping and I'm like, holy shit, like, fuck. This is awesome. And it like just makes it easier to lift the weights. But then you sort of get home and you come home after work and you're getting ready to jump in the shower and you sort of look and you're like, oh, well, fuck. But I look bigger in the gym, or, oh man, I still got a little bit of titty fat, or, it's just these weird little tweak things that I guess are sort of good because it continues to push you and make you want to strive to be bigger and better and stronger. So yeah, I guess no complaints, but it's sort of this weird thing for sure. And I'm still getting used to it, but I am certainly loving the motherfucker that is staring back at me in the mirror. And not only this, but this, my heart, my brain, who I see right here in my eyes. Your eyes tell a lot. And even when you're looking at yourself and you're brushing your teeth and back in the day, and I'm looking at it and be like, oh, fuck, I fucking hate you. Look at you, you fat piece of shit, you fucking slob, like just everything was just like negative. And now that I'm like jacked and got like sweet titties and nice muscles and stuff, it's like, I tell myself every day in the mirror, I fucking love you. I'm so proud of you. Good for you, bro. And that just sort of spirals everything else into this positive, instead of all the fucking beating yourself up with fucking Mike Tyson left and rights. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's game changer. Anyways, I'm so thrilled and proud of myself to have taken this on. I won't ramble on anymore about bodybuilding right now, but it's I won't say it's the greatest thing I've ever done because it's not. I've done so many other amazing things, but this is amazing and special in its own right. And it has taught me discipline and so many other things that I didn't even know that I had inside of me. And goddamn, the days of laying in bed and that blanket feeling like a lead weight and not being able to get out and hating myself and hating who's looking back in the mirror, or just hate is it's gone, gone, gone. And it's nothing but fucking love, 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 and respect and proudness for who and what I've become. So thank you everybody for sticking by me through this entire nonsense and madness and stuff. And I was gonna get to the fucking this one. Listen, not ugly. Female officer down in the United States of America. Anyways, she decided she was upset because, well, she didn't get any nookie the night before. Now, she posted this Facebook video ranting and raving about how she's so horny and everybody's getting a ticket today. Fancy man, fuck you. What, just because you didn't get pussy, all of us have to suffer? Well, don't work like that, bitch. I don't care who the fuck you think you are. And even though you're hot, not absolutely rocket smoke show hot. I totally would. Totally would. Not saying anything different. She's pretty hot. But first and foremost, well, why didn't you get laid? Why couldn't you get laid? When you look like this, there is 0.0 reason why you shouldn't be able to get some D. Tootle your ass down onto the local watering hole. Find some half-drunk schlub, semi-decent, half-decent. Does it matter? All you want is the D to get off, so you don't have to give out a fucking copious amount of tickets to fucking poor slobs on their way to work the next day. Last thing they need is your sorry fucking hot, horny ass pulling them over all fucking sexed up and fucking blue-balled or blue-pussied or whatever you want to call it because you didn't get any the night before. Well, listen, bitch. The only fucking person to blame for you not getting fucking cocked the night before is you. Plain and simple. I see no other person that you could possibly blame on this planet. None. You are the master of your own demise. And when you're a smoke show, and when you have beautiful lips like that, beautiful hair, beautiful rest of the face, eyes, everything, let's not kid her. She's fucking hot. There's no reason why you shouldn't have got the cock. And there's no reason that you should fucking go to work the next day, badge on, serve and protect, and go out and fucking pull over people and give them tickets because you're fucking horny and you didn't get the D. Well, boo fucking who? Fuck. Give me a break. I hope your ass gets suspended. She didn't get suspended. She is on temporary leave of duty with pay. Can somebody please fucking tell me where I get a job where if I done fucked up, especially when it's on social media for the world to see, and I'm going to get my pee-pee whacked, reprimanded, but you're still going to pay me? That's almost like fucking throwing fuel in the fire. This is like, it's like me back in high school when we got a fucking supply teacher, or middle school and you got a supply teacher. It was like, cha-ching. It's like pulling that fucking lever and hitting the jackpot. Oh, funny Bonzi, class clown's going to be on his best today. I got to show up. I just don't understand. I do not simply understand why your hot, Asian-looking, blonde-haired ass could not find a cock to satisfy you. Well, how picky are you? Well, if you're that picky, well, then get yourself a big old dildo and have yourself a time and stop pulling over poor schlubs for going 5 over the limit and giving them a ticket and ruining their day because you didn't get cocked the night before. Plain and simple. Hope he gets suspended without pay for a month. I think that's fair punishment. Enough said. All right, let's get to some videos. I got to get the hell to bed. Listen, I have some absolute beauty videos to show you tonight, and we're going to start off with a banger. This is a bit of it's not super long, but it's long enough, and it is hilarious. And then I might even pause it during because I have so much to say about this video. But let's watch it first, shall we? Let me make this bigger and me smaller, and watch this. That's just that, huh? How fucking funny is that guy? Like, honest to Rudy. In my own bin, and you want me to go down to the leisure center? First of all, he looks fucking ridiculous. But I get it. They don't have air conditioning in jolly old England. Not many of them have pools like we do over here in Canada. So I fully get the fucking dustbin filled with water. Yes, it looks weird. Yes, you maybe should have done it in your yard instead of out on the street where blokes are passing by and well, take the piss out of you. Which is exactly I would have done the same thing as the guy passing by filming this guy. And buddy in the bin, he gets so fucking aggressive. And I don't understand why. He's like, "Well, you want to fight?" But he never wanted to fucking fight. He never once mentioned leisure center. He never once mentioned that he wanted to fight Buddy or had a problem with him being in the fucking bin. It looks weird when you sort of do it out on the street, on the curbside. Maybe, sir, mate, might want to take your bin into your own property and fill it with the water and then jump in it with no other blokes around that could come and take the piss out of you. You stupid fucking wanker. Speaking of stupid, listen, I'm all for these guys fishing in the river and stuff, but I guess like when it comes down to it, you're in God's country, and well, you kind of never know what could happen next or what could creep up on you next. Watch this. These guys from the NHL are fishing. They got a bear. They got to move down. How about you got to move the fucking get the hell out? That's his property. And it is like it's within like look at that. Look how close it is. This stupid mascot. Look, watch this. He goes running right at him. Yeah, no shit. That's too close of a call for me, you know what I'm saying? Like, how about no thank you very much? This is great. You know, the big thing, the Karens out there, they are definitely a problem. And well, this one is no different. She is rather upset. And I think I can't remember, but I might have played this a couple weeks ago, but from a different angle. Well, this is Karen in full force. Rather upset that ducks are, well, fornicating and that a male duck jumped his filthy male penis or put his filthy male penis in a female duck. Watch this. Look at how serious she is. Hop the fence, barefoot, no bra. Good Lord. Get off of her. How about you get on the other side of the fucking fence and mind your own business? Fucking Karen. Everybody's just standing around, not helping that poor female duck reproduce babies with a horny male duck. Oh, well, great news, Mr. Duck. I have a lady, cop friend that is rather horny and looking for some D. How fucking miserable does your life have to be when you are going around screaming at fucking ducks? Seriously. Look, she's in the goddamn water to break up the sexual uh, 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 awesomeness that's going on between ducks. They certainly do breed them different in Lake Arrowhead, California. She went in the fucking soup to protect the female ducks from getting sexual pleasure from a male duck. Get off of her, Mr. Male Duck, right now. Are you just all gonna stand around and watch? You stop it right now, Mr. Duck. Is everybody just standing around? My goodness. And then she jumps in the fucking soup. Oh my good lord. I just I I I I don't even know. Could you imagine that's your mother or your wife? Holy fuck, man. She won't even let ducks have sex. There's no fucking way on God's given earth that that guy's getting a blowjob or has ever gotten a blowjob from that fucking duck loving, hating Karen. Oh God, I love people to pieces. No sound on the Instagram clips, Ty says, but they look funny and good commentary. I'll help fix for next time. Well, thanks, son. Um, Maybe I just forgot to turn the sound on the Instagram clip, and sometimes I do that because, well, the sound sucks, or I could get a mark, and then I just would rather my commentary is way funnier than the sound that's on the videos. So maybe, but let's chat. All right, what do we got next? Dummies of the week continues with this moron. I just don't even know what in the holy hell is going on here or how he got here, but the ending's pretty funny. Check this out. There's an example where we do not need the sound on an Instagram clip because it's just people screaming. This idiot is stuck in the ceiling, it sort of looks like. Superhero cop to the rescue. Climbs up on the shelves, I guess, or whatever it is. Starts pulling Buddy. Buddy's sort of resisting. He's like, I'm not coming down. You can't get me. Oh, yeah? Now it's serious because the officer put his shit down. And, well, you know what's happening after that. And a one. And a two. And get your fucking sorry ass off that fucking ceiling and get over here. And you could just imagine how the rest of that went for Buddy Balls, who was strapped to the ceiling like Spider-Man. God damn, I love it. What do we got next, Monzi? This is one of the greatest videos I have ever seen in my entire life. And well, boy, oh boy, watch this. This is awesome. Okay, hold on. We've all been there. We've all played, the old Nicky non-door, whatever you call it. You run up, you ring the doorbell or knock on the door and you fucking run for it like your ass is on fire. And then you watch it like hiding in the bushes. You watch him answer the door. Well, this is that really gone wrong. Watch. No. I've been caught. Well, listen, first and foremost, the kid done fucked up. He sits there, rings a bell, and he was like a deer caught in the headlights because the lady was like right there. It was like she was, I don't know, waiting for him or heading out or something. It was just the timing couldn't have been worse for that poor little lad. You know what I'm saying? So he goes up, he's like, ding dong, hello. He's like, oh shit. And then the poor he sounded like the kid at Home Alone at the beginning there when he's like explaining. He's like, well, I'm really sorry, but this is sort of how it goes. My dad says this is like a legendary pastime, which I clicks to the dad for that one because let's be honest, it's a legendary pastime. We've all done it when we were kids, and he just wanted to have his kid to have that wonderful, beautiful experience of knocking on somebody's door and booking it. Because listen, we used to do it in England all the time when I used to go there as a kid. We've done it in Ontario, Canada, where I'm from, and it's a blast. Never gets old. I wish we could do it as adults, but yeah, I guess they sort of frown upon that thing. Tracy J, how the hell are you? She says, I'm late. Well, you missed a great interview with Bernadette Connors. She was wonderful. You have to rewind and listen to her songs. She's amazing. And Ty says, it makes sense to not get a strike. Yes, 100%, because, well, they love to strike an old dad a lot lately. But thank you very much, Ty Guy, you the man. And make sure you go hit up Ty's YouTube channel and check out all his brand new songs. He's been pumping them out like a mofo, and they're all bangers, hit after hit after hit. Go stream them, support them, like, love, comment, and all that stuff, okay? Thank you. All right, Tracy J, thanks for tuning in too. We got a couple more videos to get to here. But again, clicks to that dad for teaching his son a legendary lesson. And now listen, it didn't go the way the dad planned. It certainly didn't go the way the kid planned. But hey, that's how the cookie crumbles sometimes. Things don't always go your way. So it was a wonderful lesson in the grand scheme of things for that little child. So kudos to that dad. What do we got here? Shit, I can't remember what this video is. So why don't we just play it and we'll laugh about it after. Watch this. Oh yeah. Listen, get a good look. Okay. I might not have the greatest of hairstyles. Well, in fact, I have no hairstyle. Because I ain't got no fucking hair. But I certainly got a better fucking hairstyle than this champion. Watch. Like, what is that? Buddy, okay, like, you're not fat or anything, but you're not super jacked or bob. Like, give me a break. That is the worst, ridiculous, goddamn fucking haircut I have ever seen in my entire existence on this planet. That guy must have lost a bet or something, hands down. Okay, one more dummy of the week, and then I got a couple of wicked videos to round out this show. Listen, Mr. Preppy Boy here, Mr. Rich, whatever you want to call him, Richie Rich, easily wins dummy of the week this week in all the videos I have played. Let me put it up on the screen and watch this moron. I might go and get across. Oh, not your trousers. Well, you got fucking flip-flops on and trousers in a fucking mud bog. And well, you deserved all that, bro. Like 100% deserved all of that. Oh no, me bloody trousers. I mean, my shirt got wet. Look, listen to this wanker. Oh, not the trousers. Buddy, you were already in the thick of things. Like, what the hell do you think you were doing? This is the greatest. And see you later. Toodaloo, bro. What a dummy. Speaking of dummies, I 100% have to give massive clicks and kudos to my boy here. Watch this video and you'll see my friend sitting on the top of the lockers, and for good reason. I love the security alarm going off in the background. And well, that kid made it to safety, sort of, because judging by the size of that bear, all he has to do is stand on his hind legs and swipe that little boy off that fucking lockers like a rag doll, like he just did with those backpacks. Hey, there's no way you can't tell me, excuse me, that kid doesn't need a new pair of drawers when this is all said and done. Fuck, has he ever got a story to tell when he gets home? So, son, how was your day at school today? Well, Mom, love to tell you all about it as soon as I get back from my bedroom and change my drawers because, well, they're full of shit. Literally. See, Mom, because a bear done come in, bears broke into our school and, well, rampaged the place. And, well, I was trapped in the hallway on top of a locker. And by golly gee, he didn't see me. And, well, I was so scared I shit my pants. Tell you more, but I gotta go. Bye, Mom. On that note, speaking of, well, not shitting your pants, but maybe having to change your pants because, well, I guess he done got a little horny at the baseball game. I know a cop girl friend that you two might be able to hook up and then both your problems would be solved. But I guess when you're at a baseball game and you're in the mood and you're really horny and you just got to get things done, I guess you just get her done. This is pretty wild. Watch this. Sitting there enjoying the baseball game, not a big deal. Sitting with my boyfriend. My team's getting smoked, so I think I'll just fucking finger myself. 2-finger cul-de-sac. Right up the old... almost called it glory hole, but I mean, I guess it really is a glory hole depending on who you ask. To some guys, that would be her glory hole. To her, it might not be. It's just her pee-pee hole and her cum hole, if you will. Because she is having one hell of a time sitting there watching that baseball game, pleasuring herself without a care in the world. Like, I could see if you're in the bleachers with your boyfriend and he might be giving you the 2-finger cul-de-sac and you're giving him a handy and, well, there's nobody else up in the bleachers because the team sucks and, well, it's like 15-0 and everybody's gone home. But that's not the case in that video. She's surrounded by people and she is lean back, leg spread, 2 fingers right up the old hoopski. And fucking boyfriend sitting there. I would have fucking joined in and helped if I was that guy. Like, let's bring this back up here. Where's my boy? Like, bro, what? Why are you just sitting there watching your girlfriend get herself off? I guess he didn't want any part of that. He's like, oh, fucking baseball time, babe. What are you doing? There's people all around us. Shit, look at her. She's having a time. Good Lord. Good for her, though. Like, honestly, clicks for the horny female girl at the baseball game who just, well, it was time. Couldn't wait to get home and have some with her boy. And maybe she will. But in that very moment, she needed to take care of business. And I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Now, unless there was kids around, which I did not see any kids in the video, in the camera shot that we got, but I digress. Good for her. Have at her. Baseball can be pretty boring sometimes. And her boyfriend, well, he didn't look like any fucking Action Jackson. He's just sitting there all fucking slumped back. This game sucks. I had too many beers. Fuck. Now my girlfriend's fucking figuring herself. Probably not going to get any now when I get home because she's already, well, take care of herself. That she did, son. That she did. All right. On that note, that's it. I got to go. Toodaloo. It's Bonzi. Bonzi Live, Trip with Bonzi. Massive thanks to Bernadette Connors. What a voice. What a talent. Make sure you go see her live somewhere. Go to her YouTube, her Facebook, her Instagram, her webpage if she got one, and find out where she's playing next. And go treat yourself to some wonderful, wonderful live music. She definitely is wonderful live music. Stream the hell out of her. Follow her on Instagram. Thank you very much. And go see her live, okay? Thank you. Gutsapalooza, 2 weeks. If you don't have your tickets, go get them now. Some amazing bands are going to be playing that weekend. It's a full musical, wonderful festival weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We got the Feral Minx. We got Small Town Strip Club. We got Manic Boys and Girls Club. We got Bleecker. And we got so many more. Plus, I'm going to be there. So many other great friends are going to be there. And you should be there too, because it's going to be a hell of a time. All right? Good. Hope you're having a great summer. I know I am. The weather's been amazing. I am all for the sun, heat, and no rain. Okay? What a beautiful summer we're having. Hope you're enjoying it. Hope you enjoyed tonight's show. That's it. That's all of this stupid podcast. I got to go. Hang in there, folks. The week's almost over. Don't trip. You're fine. We'll get through this together. I promise you. All right? It's Bonzi Live and Tripping with Bonzi on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch. And that's it. Fuck Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. Have a great night. I love you, and you too. All right. Got to go. Bye.
What was that?
That was very strange.
It was very weird.
Peculiar.
It was kind of amusing.
Yes, it was rather funny.
It was incredibly funny.
I loved it.
Hilarious.
Next to go, I check the line. Who's next to go?